how's it going? So super quick one. Controllers in Angular by default are not isolated scopes. So what do I mean by this? So we have a parent controller. Well, let me just move this to here so we can see it. Whoops. All right. So body is now our parent component. Well, let me just go step by step. It's easier to explain. Okay. So now we have a div with my... Let's just do it easier. So it's easier to explain. Let's create a div. We bind it to a controller. And we put the title into it. Okay. So naturally it's going to work. It's going to read from here. Parent title string. So that's what's going to be in here. Parent title string. Okay. So now, what the hell is going on? What am I doing? Whoops. Okay. So now, the second, what do? We put a secondary div into it and we bind it to my second controller. Let's bind it. Yeah, my second controller. So this is a child controller. My second controller. Okay, naturally we put this thing into it. Title. Okay, so we're gonna have child title string. So this should appear beneath oh, whoops. I put the wrong controller into it. Okay. Alright, so now we have child title sitting inside the parent. So this div is a parent. Okay, so red is the parent, blue is the child. Okay, so now the question is, if I put this string into here, will the child see the parent? And the answer is yes, it will. So you see there's a string. It's inside blue, it still sees it. Even though, if you look at the scope, so scope 2 is the child. You don't actually have the variable in it, which is the parent title. But you have it inside the parent. You see? So it can read from parent. So you see, it reads like this. It reads like this. It can do either... Basically, this reads like this. Scope.child. And this reads like this. Parent.child. Dot. Do you understand? So the parent scope gets passed, all the variables from parent gets passed through here, you see? So you can insert them into the template, which is kind of troll in a way. That's why you need components and custom directives to isolate the scopes. Otherwise, you might potentially overwrite variables. Okay? But just be aware that this is the way it works.